What's up, everybody? Welcome to my backyard. This is Chris coming to you from Sacramento, California. I just want to give you a quick tour of my backyard. Put a lot of hard work into making it look like what it does now. But this one I started from seed. This one's a golden poppy, California. So this one has been growing for a year. So it should be popping out flowers next year. Right now it's fall, so everything's kind of winding down, but looking good. This is just other plants that I put in here, just like little ground covers, little bushes. I just kind of go off what the size and what it looks like, and if it looks good when I pick it out at the garden center. So I'm not gonna remember all the names and all these crazy names, so I'll just let you see it like it is. And this one has purple flowers winding across, just not right now. This one's a salvia with purple flowers. Hummingbirds love it. This one has very nice flowers on it. So a little low ground cover kind of bush. This one's a little rose bush, but they're kind of winding down now. But that one has beautiful red roses. This one has white roses, so they complement each other beautifully. This one is it's called sedums. They're just like little succulents, kind of ground covers that grow out and cover the ground, so I think it'll look nice. So I put a bunch of those everywhere, different kinds. This one is a creeping myrtle. I put those all over. Again, a ground cover that just spreads around. Thought it looks nice. This one, here's all my citrus hedge. So right now I got clementine coming out right now. And this one's almost done. Almost ripe. It'll be nice. This one is the kumquats, kind of in there, in between. I forgot what this one is, but it was a cross between a grapefruit and like a tangerine. Oh, tangelo, that's what it is. So this one is hanging in there. It's supposed to get bigger. This one is a gooseberry, winding down. Here's a couple of pots of just succulents and stuff. I like succulents because you don't have to water them. Very easy to take care of, and especially in hot Sacramento weather. So this is my other viney plant going across the lights here. And then under the shade of the canopies of the trees, I put ferns. So I just kind of fill in everything. I think I got it all set up to where I can't really put anything else. Here's the lime, my lime tree, which has quite a few limes in there, all over. You can't see it because it's green. And then this tree right here is a pear tree. Used to be a pear tree, but it kept getting fire blight, and I had to cut it down. But I grafted some apple branches on the back, and they took. So now I have apples growing out of a pear tree stump. So, but it's going very nicely, and the apples don't really get fire blight like the pears do. So just ground covers. Here's to scare the birds away. Blackberry vine. So that one is a Freedom Arc, Prime Arc Freedom blackberry, going across the whole thing. It just goes crazy. I have to keep it in check. And then little blackberry bushes. This one's a jastaberry bush. These are just little blackberries and raspberry bushes popping up. And then you got more sedum kind of ground covers in here. They all look very nice. A yarrow with those beautiful flowers. Here's like a raspberry cane growing up. So hopefully I'll get raspberries next year. Here's a pluot tree, 4 in 1. So each one is a different variety. And I keep it in check. And it still gives me a ton of pluots. It is very prolific. So we got that tree. This one's a 4 in 1 cherry tree. 4 different kinds, as you can see. And this one I just didn't really have room, but I squeezed it in there, so I put it on the side, sticking out a little bit, so that I can go back here. And here's the other cherry tree. And you can go back here some more. As you can see, there's some blackberry vines growing out here. Over here, all these raspberry things. The hummingbirds. And then all these ground covers. Looking good, like they should. These 2 nectarine trees. One's red, one's white variety. I keep it pruned up in the middle so I can go in between. And looks like one tree. And they just blend in nicely with the other ones. There you go, you can see it. A quick one to the guava tree. You got strawberry guava and a lemon guava. So yeah, these do give me some guava. Here's the little flowers. We already ate the guavas this year. There's another look. And go back here. Here's the apple tree, 6 in 1 variety. So each branch is a different variety. So even in one little space, you get all this varieties. Go back here. Ground covers. This one's a pineapple guava. So this one's a slow grower. Had it for a few years, but it finally made it to the fence. I haven't got any fruit yet, but I'm sure next year. This one's a pink guava. And all the guavas are kind of slow growers, but eventually they kind of fill in. But yeah, that's why it's small. No, haven't got any fruit yet. Just, yeah, little bushes of flowers here and there. These ones are blueberry bushes, 2 in 1. So I got one variety here and one here. They should cross-pollinate. Hopefully get some good blueberries back here. Here's what it looks like back here. From this angle, the other side. And my pomegranate trees over here. I'll show you on the other side. I just kind of filled in with little stuff. You know, I cut down the tree and I think it looks nice with a little cool looking log. Succulents. I only gotta water them like once a week or once every couple weeks. So we'll go back from there. My little seating area. Here's my other pots of succulents. Just all kinds of stuff in there. Which is very cool. Wow, look at that. I just had them in here for like 3 years, so that's why it's growing so much. There you go. A lot of stuff in there. And they just propagate so much, you know, it just drops down and look, see? The new stuff is growing. So it never stops. Here's a palm tree. I thought it looks good next to the AC, so it'll be blowing around when you turn it on. Here is the pomegranate bushes. One's red, one's white variety. And I prune out the middle so I can go in there and I can pick pomegranates like I want. See? Right next to the apple tree. So, and then moving along back here, this is more of my ornamental kind of plants because this is my nice chill out area. So these are just little plants, little low-lying bushes that look cool. I'm not gonna remember all the names. So this one's like a salvia, that's all I know because of flowers. This one's pretty cool. These are supposed to flower, but not yet. Here is a miniature peach tree. So hopefully I'll get some peaches from that. I just haven't yet. Alyssum, I think. It started from seed, now look at it. And it just flowers all year. Here's another golden poppy. That's gonna grow next year for golden poppies. Here's going through here. And this is a black raspberry vine going all the way from here to here. So starts here, 2 different plants, and it goes all the way over there and all the way over there. So yeah, and I gotta just prune the canes on that, but it doesn't spread, so I like it. It just stays here, same spot. This one has like bell flowers. I think it's a trumpet flower or something like that. So I think that's what it is. And it's going all the way up the drain pipe. I think it looks really nice. Oh, here's one flower. Damn. All right. So I think it looks cool, just vining everywhere over the cattle panel. Here, I think it's Gerbinia, something like that. I can't remember. It's like a medium-sized bush. Does good in the shade because it does get a lot of shady back here. Here's a star jasmine. So that one's kind of like bushy on the bottom, how I prune it, and viney up top. And it's gonna go across this whole light wire right here. Here, foxtail fern, more bird deterrent. I forgot what kind of fern, but yeah, another one. This one is a dwarf mulberry tree, but it does get really big. I'm trying to keep it low the last few years, but I'm just gonna let it grow from here on out. Hopefully it doesn't get taller than the roof. But yeah, look at that thing. Provides a lot of shade back here, and it was just a little twig when I first planted it. You can see my previous garden tour videos. This garden looks totally different from what it used to. I did this all myself with some help from my dad. Another mulberry dwarf tree going all the way up. A skyflower tree that has all these flowers that kind of hang down. Right now it doesn't have them, but you could just imagine sitting here looking at this and looking above you with flowers hanging down. Can't beat that. And then over here is my azaleas. They do good in the shade since it gets a lot of shade back here. And here's some of the flowers. Yeah. So these are doing good, and I acidify the soil because they like it like that. This one's gonna have white flowers. It's an azalea, different kind from that one, as you could tell. This one's supposed to get really big. I just put it in, so it'll fill in this area. And then here's another azalea, but a kind of reddish one, pinkish. And these are called the Encore azalea. More ferns below. I just kind of like to fill in everything. Past few years, you know, you kind of figure out. This is the final phase, I think, of just planting everything. Started with trees, then bushes, vines, decorations, and now just the ground covers and ferns and little plants and flowers. Here's a sword fern, growing really big. This one's another fern, African pine fern, but it's actually really like a shrub more than a fern. So that one's gonna fill in this whole kind of back thing. I used to have a bougainvillea, but I took it down. This one is a camellia. So it's supposed to get kind of big, fill in this area. And this one is my weeping plum tree. And it is my most prolific, biggest tree. But it gets plums and it kind of weeps down, heavy with the fruit. So it looks really nice. But I pruned out the middle so it doesn't get crazy. And it's just enough shade. So even though it's gonna get big, it won't get too crazy. So I think that's it. That is it for my tour. You got the water fountain, so serene and peaceful. Statue, let you know you're living the American dream. Let's see, aloe vera, kind of like cactus succulents, which are actually doing good, even in this shady area. This one looks like a miniature saguaro cactus, combined with barrel cactuses. I don't know, it looks dope. That's why I bought it. And then these. And then that's it. So here's the recap of everything. The vines. It is beautiful. Sometimes I spend too much time back here because I just can't get enough of it. Spent a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but definitely worth it. Just look at it. So if you watch this, I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know in the comments if you like it or whatever. Thanks for watching.